back and it's puppy time and we're rocking and rolling. And now I just remembered something that my dad thought was a good idea. And I was like, I agree. Let's see what we got here. I got this dog comic from my fantastic uncle. He's my favorite uncle. And it says, I didn't know a sampler flight was even an option. Tap, toilet, puddle, hose. Oh, that's funny. And that's for Tuesday. Let's see. Today's Wednesday, so I'm a little behind. Let's see what's on Wednesday here. Keep coming. A little further. Okay, stop. You're good. Right there. Oh my gosh, it's a dog with one of the cones on it. That's hilarious. Oh. These are so funny. They always give me a good laugh. Iris and I are reading them all the time. So, yeah, let's transition to these puppies. So, when you get a puppy, everyone says socialize your puppy. Well, what the heck does that mean? And are you even doing it? And the way that they say is best to do it in, right? So a lot of times we have a few people over, we, take our dog around a few dogs and then take him a few places and we say, yeah, that was good socialization. Well, guess what? It is if your dog has flexible genetics. So let's say that your dog had really confident, well-rounded parents. If you don't do a lot of socialization, they're probably going to turn out just fine. Let's say that they're more prone to develop fear or aggression problems based on the genetics they received from their parents. Then the more socialization you do, the better. And that window starts closing off close to 4 to 5 months of age, so it doesn't give you a lot of time. Ideally, the best person to do the socialization, if you got your dog from a breeder, is the breeder. The breeder should be doing some socialization before your puppy even goes into its home. Now, a lot of breeders don't do that. So, if you're watching this before you get a puppy, then I would recommend that you go to a breeder that says that they've done socialization and ask them questions to make sure that they adequately did it. And then you don't have to do as much on your own. If you're adopting your puppy, then you don't have as much control over what's happened in the past, and the rescues don't really have, a whole bunch of time to do socialization. So then there's more of that on your part. If your puppy is older, don't fret. You can still do a lot. So the number one thing, obviously, to do socialization around is people. So I generally say throw a puppy party if you can, or just sit in front of a store. Sit in front of, Kroger's or IGA or Heinen's or Giant Eagle and just bench it. And trust me, everyone's going to go up to your puppy and want to say hi. You want to socialize your puppy with different heights of people, thin people, chunkier type of people, African Americans, Hispanics, kids, adults, older people, people in wheelchairs, people with canes. Because the more they see, the more they realize what's safe. Because in the wild, they got to learn what's safe very quickly or they are going to die. So they have a short amount of time to learn to adjust that this is okay. Otherwise, I might want to fight back to save my life, right? That's what wolves would do. So remember, they are descended from wolves. So that's a simple way to do the people. And, you want to think of close to 100. So doing, going to those stores can be really helpful. Going into Home Depot would be great, or Lowe's. A lot of those places allow dogs. Tractor Supply Store, if you're in Ohio, do. A lot of pet stores do as well. But then you're all like, well, what about vaccinations? Okay, guys, yes, you do need to be aware of that. Please do not be aware of that at all. But you don't want to go ahead and be so scared about that your puppy isn't fully vaccinated that you never take them out. You just want to think, I don't want to go to dog parks or places of high dog traffic where things aren't getting cleaned up. They're going to be cleaned up pretty well in the pet stores and the vet clinics. So I feel pretty confident in them. If you don't, then carry your puppy. You can carry them and people can pet them that way. But outside of a store, like Giant Eagle, you ain't going to have a lot of fecal matter or urine there from other dogs. Don't really need to worry about diseases there. And you also want to work on socializing with other dogs. Now, that can be kind of tricky. Um, don't worry if they don't have a lot of dog to dog interactions. You can just socialize with walking them in situations where they're going to see other dogs when they're on the leash. I wouldn't do greetings with unknown dogs unless you know they're fully vaccinated and friendly. If you have friends that have dogs, that's great. You could always do an in-person puppy socialization class if you want to go that route too. But you need to remember you cannot rely on an in-person group class to be doing all your socialization, because you need to do more than just a few people. You probably are going to be closer on the few dog realm. But if most dogs, if they are introduced to a select few dogs, are going to be fine, because they're not prone to think that other animals of their same species are a threat, unless they really do have that genetic line, right? Or have had a negative experience with another dog. So you do want to make sure they're with friendly dogs, not in an off-leash dog park. Then you also want to think of other locations, right? So I already talked about some different locations. You really do want to take them to other places. Friends' houses, vet clinics, extremely important, so that they learn that the vet is a safe place. You want to think of obstacles, stairs, tunnels, bridges, grates that are, on drains, that are on the ground when you're crossing the street. I can't tell you how many adult dogs that I've seen that are scared of those things. Different types of surfaces as well: tile, glass, carpet, wood, flooring, dirt, grass, pavement. You can cover all of those things by just going to different locations. You can also think of a great way to cover different obstacles too, would be to go to a children's playground and take your dog through a lot of things there. And then different items is a really, really, really good idea. So you want to think of, throughout my dog's life, what are some things that they're likely to see? I like to camp. Well, get out the camping gear. Get them near a fire. Get them obviously safely. Get them near a tent, in a tent. All of those things that they would come into contact if they're camping. If you like to ski, it's spring and summer now. You're probably not skiing as much. Bring out the skis. Think of the winter stuff, the hats, the coats. Get those out. I can't tell you how many dogs that I see that are scared of black coats, hats, sunglasses, umbrellas, things like that. Socialize them, get them around as many different types of objects as you can: bicycles, skateboarders, wheelchairs, like that. And you just make it positive. So, you praise them, you give them treats when they're around those things. If they're showing any fear, problems around it, and they're not overcoming it, then that's the time to contact me. Message me below, tell me about it so I can help you out. Because the sooner we nip it in the butt, the better it's going to be. If you wait, then we got a longer standing habit that then we have to unwind in the brain. Some people also say eating out of different types of food bowls can be helpful too, especially if you're planning on traveling. Ceramic bowls, glass bowls, tin bowls, that can be helpful to get their tongue touching on different things, especially if they might be eating in different types of bowls when you're traveling. But I would say that's probably lower on the list. So I hope that helps you get a good idea on some socialization. Home Depot and Lowe's, really nice place, because then you can also acclimate them to different noises as well that they might hear too. Please post questions below. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you thought about this video, how it's helping you, what questions you have. And then I am doing a live online puppy Zoom group course. Now, again, socialization is your responsibility. Even if you do an in-person group class, you're only covering a small percentage of the things that I talked about, right? So you don't want to rely on a group class for socialization. The group class that I'm talking about, we're going to have our cameras set up so you can see how much you can see on my camera. Quite a lot of my living space. So easily able to see your dog. So you are going to be actively training your dog. I'm going to see your dog in this class. We are going to work together. Really giving you personalized feedback. This is a one of a kind course. I haven't seen anyone else out there doing this, and I just think it's a great opportunity. You don't have to drive anywhere. You're in the comfort of your home. It's convenient. If you miss a class, you got the recording. There's so many benefits. Your puppy is not going to be distracted by other puppies. So your puppy's going to be able to learn really, really fast, which then allows you to then take some in-person classes with distractions without it being so hard from the get-go. So the benefits of this are a zillion gazillion, and you'd come out with a dog that's really well behaved, listening to you, feeling a lot more at peace with your puppy. And we're going over all of the puppy basics. Click on the link below to learn more or ask me questions. Starting this Saturday, you can join late, but I recommend if you can get the full thing, do it. I got a deal going right now, and I don't know if I'm gonna ever offer it again. 6 weeks for $100 or $25 per class. I mean, don't miss it. Get on there, look at it, take the risk, jump on there and sign up. I'm good at what I do. Check me on YouTube. I'm not gonna rip you off. This isn't a do-it-yourself program. We're working together. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna coach you. We're gonna get your puppies to listen to you. Bye, guys.